Man, my savageness just like broke the internet. No, just kidding. So we are back again with when employees are catty bitches. I've been having some technical difficulties with my computers. I desperately need a new RAM. I've been doing lots of new things and video streaming. So, as I know it's not my internet. My internet is 1,000. So, I just need to figure out what is wrong with my computer. Sad face. But yes, Peter, I am back. And I just want to say really quick for those of you guys watching on Facebook, I really appreciate you watching on Facebook. I would really love it if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing to my YouTube channel. I am at 700. I need 300 more people to subscribe to my YouTube channel to actually be able to monetize it, which I know a lot of you guys don't think is a big deal, but it's a big deal for me. It's something that would really help Savvy Groomer. The more revenue streams we have, the more people that we can help. So I'm just going to wrap this up because, I don't want you guys to worry too much about it. But long story short, if your employees are the kind of employees that are being catty, think about why that is. Is it that they want more money? And if they want more money, 9 times out of 10, it's because they're not on a budget. I highly, 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 highly suggest that you suggest to them to sign up for my online course, Personal Finances on a Leash. That is going to teach them how to actually get their money under control. Because whether they make $500, $1,000, or $2,000, if they don't have a budget, if they don't know where that money is going, they're just going to blow it anyway. So having their money under control will make a big difference. If they are entitled bitches, then you probably have nothing to do except let them go. Because somebody who is counting your money, yeah, Erin's saying your computer is acting like a catty employee. Legit, girl. It is like, listen, you can't tell me what to do. Like, what are you going to do without me? Which is kind of true, actually. I do need my computer. But guess what, computer? I can buy a new one. Do you want to play that game? I'll replace you so fast. So I was like, listen, I got a Surface in the other room who's dying to be my number one. But this is also why we should be managing and not grooming. If you are grooming a full day of 8 dogs and your employee pulls some crap, you can't do anything, can you? Because you can't afford to let them leave. Versus if they pull this crap and you say to them, listen, you can go home and I'll groom your dogs. Now, I don't want to groom your dogs. I want you to groom your dogs. But if you want to act this way, you can go home. And you can go home for a week and I'll groom your dogs for the rest of the week. It's amazing the power that will shift if you do that. It's so important. And I can't stress that enough. Especially with this groomer drought, groomers are becoming entitled. Now, I also don't believe that owners should abuse their groomers. And I always use the example of there's a grooming salon in Massachusetts that actually was a grooming salon in a basement. And they had a doggy daycare and retail. So you would go down the basement. And the basement was like, it was just a regular cellar. But it's not like it had an outlet. There was no bathroom. But they would have all the dogs check in the morning. And the dogs would be basically on a chain link conveyor belt. And they had one bather who literally watched every dog in dawn using a Prima. It was horrible. But they would lock the groomers downstairs. And they would just ring the bell when a dog was done. And any dog that was done, they would like have this giant cage bank. And when that was full, they would ring the bell. The owner would come down, take the dogs upstairs, and call the owners. And there was no bathroom downstairs. There was no water. There was no food. So those groomers literally groomed all day. They were locked downstairs. And they would have a litter box next to the table. And I would have never believed that if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. And now that's illegal. But guess what? Those groomers were too desperate for a job to do anything. So there is a pendulum between people being abused and people being entitled. Erin's is saying, what the hell, isn't that illegal? Yeah, it's super freaking illegal. But guess what? It's only illegal if someone gets caught, if somebody has the balls to say it. And, good, bad, or indifferent, a lot of things are politics. And if you're somebody who, it just is what it is. It's kind of like, I remember when I was pregnant with Ronan, who's 10 today. I'm old as shit. And he's so adorable. And if you don't know, Ronan's my son. That might sound weird if you're like, who is this child? But he's my kid. But anyway, long story short, when I was pregnant, they told me I was managing a doggy daycare, and they told me that they couldn't give me a maternity leave. And so they were going to fire me if I went out on maternity leave. And, being the person I am, I said, well, go F yourself. I quit. Which I should have let them fire me because I probably could have sued them into oblivion. But I was poor and young and vulnerable. And employers like to take advantage of young, vulnerable, especially women who are in predicaments where they have no power. And that's where I like to empower. I want to empower employees. But there's a balance, guys. This is a team between being an owner and being an employee. We have to be a team. As an owner, I promise that I will pay you before I pay myself. As an owner, I promise to put your needs above my own in the sense that I will make sure that you have food on your table. Because ultimately, it's my responsibility as an owner to make sure my business is making money. If there's no money in my business account, I will pull it from my personal account to make sure that payroll goes. And that's happened to me, guys. I mean, in my shop, sometimes it would snow for an entire week. And I always promised my groomers a minimum wage. Like, they always got a minimum salary for the week. And if I made nothing, they still made that money. If I closed for a week because I wanted to go on vacation, I always paid my groomers because it wasn't their fault that I wanted to go on vacation. That was just part of the deal, is that I will take care of you, but you've got to work hard. And I think sometimes owners take advantage of groomers, and I think groomers want to take advantage of owners, and it just creates this constant tug and pull. So if your employees are being catty bitches, is it you or is it them? And now that I've kind of shit on these employees, and I love that I'm swearing so much, someone's going to tag my video and it's going to get pulled down. But, owners, if your employees are being catty, I want you to ask yourself, is this them or is this you? Is it you letting these employees become brats? Or is it they're making good employees crazy? And it can be a little bit of both. It might be something to the effect of, this groomer has always been awesome and wonderful, and now they've just kind of gotten tired and they realize they can get away with stuff. Or maybe they're having a lot of things going on in their personal life. A lot of people are having a lot of personal issues, and they should leave that personal stuff at the door. But we don't know what's going on in their life. It's really easy to say, leave your personal stuff at the door. But, if their family member died of COVID, or if they have mental health issues, or if they're physically in a lot of pain because grooming destroys your body, guess what? That person might not be their best self, and supporting them is really important. So ask yourself how to deal with the dynamics. If they're being inappropriate, put them in timeout. If they're asking for more money, look at your pay structure. Does your pay structure make sense? And are they actually doing a budget? Now, Personal Finance Alicia is currently closed. It will be open again in end of June, early July. But, you can either buy it for them. You can also buy a salon license. There's lots of options for that. if you are in a position where you can't afford to lose your groomers, it's time to look at possibly increasing your pricing. Shameless plug. We are offering a 6-week price increase and price restructuring masterclass. It's going to be in May. If you guys are interested, I'll go ahead and post the link down below. I'm creating a sales page right now, but you can actually sign up now. If you sign up during our pre-sale, which is going to end, is it April 30th or April 31st? How many days in April are there? I don't know. 30. So it ends April 30, and it includes 3 one-on-one coaching calls with me. And the goal of that is to help support you in that transition to increase your prices, restructure your prices. That way you can either let go those bad employees or possibly be able to pay those employees more. Because unhappy employees, there's always an underlying reason. And if it's just they're bad employees, you need to fire them. And yeah, that might mean that you have to groom. But guess what? If you charge more for your grooms and keep that money, you're going to make more money. If you can afford to hire a better groomer because your hourly rate goes up, you're going to be a lot happier, guys. So I hope this was helpful. I got cut off, so I'm not really sure if I finished it all. We could definitely talk more if you guys have specific examples you want to talk about when employees are catty. I'm not sure if Erin's still here, or if anyone is still live. I'm a little nervous. I'm like, oh God, I hope this didn't totally screw up. But y'all know how it is. Listen, my computer decided to show me up. It's like, listen. And it was funny too, because I had to move my my Savvy Groomer business membership live workshop to next week because I was having technical difficulties. I'm like, let's just not do an hour workshop and then it cuts out and then I have to redo it again. Let's just wait it out. But, if you guys haven't already, I want to invite you to join my free Facebook group, Savvy Pet Professionals, where you guys can learn more about personal finance, business, and how to have an awesome groomer lifestyle. Because I don't know about you guys, but, it's so important to me that not only are we happy grooming, but we're also living a life that's worth living. If you are like, man, River, you seem awesome. You seem crazy, but pretty awesome. And you want to work with me. The 3 main ways to work with me are signing up for the Savvy Groomer business membership. Now, if you sign up today, guess what? You're going to start your first class next week on Sunday. And we also have a library of a lot of different classes. We have learning how to attract your soulmate client, how to market to them. We have all about, how to schedule tasks like a boss, office organization. We have so many, I can't even think about what they are. I also offer one-on-one business coaching. Now, I'm not currently taking any new business coaching clients in April because I will be away to see Miss Melissa Hall, the amazing cat groomer. I will be there next week, but starting in May, we will be accepting new people in our business coaching. And then, as always, Personal Finance on a Leash is my 12-week class all about how to learn about your personal finances, how to get them on a leash, how to make your money work for you, and how to keep more of what you earn. A lot of times we think that we need to make more money when we just need to figure out what the hell we're doing with it. And like I said, I am going to be offering that masterclass. That masterclass is all about how to, restructure your pricing, increase it, and strategies, scripts, how to actually do that. I think it's going to be one of the best classes I've offered so far, which I'm actually really excited about. I also want to let you guys know about my business retreat. It's going to be July 12th through the 16th. It's going to be in Newport, Rhode Island. Now, we did fill all 3 of the bedrooms that we had offering. However, if you are in the area, if you are going to be able to stay down in Newport off-site, you can actually be one of the off-site attendees. We have 3 of those spots available still. So you'll be able to come to the classes, get the one-on-one instruction, really be able to sit down and work through your business plan or whatever it is that you want to do in a very small group. Now, We're going to have at absolute maximum 7 people in this business retreat. So, and just so you guys know, the offsite attendee, it's only $1,500. And as you guys know, my new pricing for my coaching is $1,200 a month for my monthly business coaching, which is 4 hours. So you're going to be able to have 4 days of actually being able to have me on your ear one-on-one to talk about your business plan, to digest it, to focus on it. Whatever it is that you want to talk about, I will be there. It's going to be amazing. So if that's something you want to consider, definitely shoot me a line and I can tell you more about it. Well, I've had a lot of fun today. I don't know where the hell I am. Oh, there I am. Yeah, so I hope this helped, guys. I'm going to have to message my poor, people. We're going to have to squish these together. It happens. What are you going to do? It is what it is. But yeah, I had fun today. I love talking about this topic. Technical difficulties sometimes get the best of us. All right, guys. So I will talk to you later. Enjoy your week. And if you have anything you need to talk to me about, you can always find me on Facebook, savvygroomer.com. And if you haven't already, guys, please subscribe. Like I said, I am only 300 people away from monetizing this channel. And the more money I make, the more people I can help. And that's a big thing for me. And I know people like, it's so funny because somebody was like, oh my God, you're so greedy. And I'm like, listen, I got this. Yes, I am greedy. Greedy enough to want to give my son a week in Florida for his 10th birthday. Absolutely. I have worked really, really hard. For those guys that don't know me, I opened my grooming salon 4 days before my son was born because I lived in my car and it was cheaper to rent my grooming salon than it was to get an apartment. And I had nowhere to go. I had just gotten into a car accident. The doggy daycare I was managing basically told me they had, I couldn't have a baby. It was just very inconvenient for them. So I get bad employers. I've had plenty of my own bad employers, and I've been pretty mean to some of my employees before I learned how to be a good manager. So everything happens for a reason, guys. Everything works out. So, I've definitely worked really hard to be where I am. Doesn't mean I deserve it more. It's not like, oh, I've suffered, therefore I deserve. But I know where you're coming from on both sides, whether you're the owner who's being taken advantage of by the groomer, or if you're the groomer who's being taken advantage by the owner. We need to come together as a team. Groomers, if you don't want to own your own business, enjoy being an employee. And then for us owners that don't want to groom anymore or physically can't groom anymore, respect your employees. We can all work this out together. We're in it together. But yeah, live your life, do what you need to do. But if your employees are being catty bitches, ask yourself why. All right, y'all, take it easy. And as always, I gotta find my outro. I'm getting ready to get done. And I'm I've got to find the right screen. It's very stressful, guys. People think I'm very tech savvy. I'm I am not tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy. So I'm always trying to do these things and make it seem so seamless. I'm man, I need to be one of those people. I need enough money in Savvy Groomer to pay someone to do the cameras and do all the back end stuff for me. Working on it. All right, guys. So as always, River Lee, this was Grow Wealthy Grooming, all about, see, I got to pull up the show. It was When Employees Are Catty Bitches. The show is all about when employees are catty bitches. So I will see you guys next week, 7 p.m. Eastern. As always, happy grooming, guys.